Little Miss Recap contains adult language and is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we stick our asses through a hole and have people try to guess our identity. I'm telling you, someone is doing bumps of coke and coming up with these challenges.
It's better than the watermelon. Whatever
Anything
it is better than the watermelon.
Well, okay, I'm going to tell you, this is how MILF Manor has done me dirty, okay?
Okay.
When I saw the glory holes.
Oh, I thought they were sticking their dicks through.
I legit thought they were sticking their dicks through there.
I did too. And I was like, oh God, we're going to jerk these men off. That is now what is going to happen.
Guys,
on national television.
Let us know in the comments if you've been so desensitized by MILF Manor that you literally thought they were going to put their dicks through the holes.
So I started my pottery class last night.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, I don't remember, but I mentioned that I am a podcast. I almost said podcast. Not anything.
You're
having
a podcaster,
to do with,
not a podcast.
right. I have nothing to do with Family Libby.
No.
Thank God.
No.
And the Butthole Brigade. No, I mentioned that I was a podcaster. And one of the women in my group is actually like a podcast producer. Like she works for a company that produces what it sounds like long form documentary podcasts.
So not this trash.
No, I said sort of like Serial. She's like, I mean, not quite, but not far from it. I'm like, okay, cool. I said, yeah, that's not ours.
No, we're doing MILF Manor.
I'm like, we cover documentaries. And then she's like, oh, what documentaries did you make? I'm like, no, we cover them. Also, we cover shows like MILF Manor. And she was like, excuse me, what? Excuse me, what?
Baking powder, what?
So I explained MILF Manor. The look on her face told me she may not be a backdoor friend. And that's
Amanda,
okay.
you might want to keep that one under wraps. You should
really focus on the documentaries and
leave with like 90 Day UK. You know what I mean?
Right. I said we do a lot of 90 Day Fiancé. We do a lot. I'm like, basically, if it's polygamy adjacent, we're in. Cult reality show doesn't matter. So
I go back and forth a lot between, is this more of a Sister Wives podcast or is it more of a 90 Day podcast? And I think I'm leaning more towards Sister Wives, cult, polygamy, that kind of thing.
I think it's cult polygamy.
I do enjoy a 90 Day. You know, I do enjoy it.
I do too. And we do the lesser. We do the spin-offs, not the main show, but that leads into a good thing of this list that you posted.
Yes.
Backdoor Friends.
Okay, so I posted a list in Backdoor Friends. By the time you guys hear this, it'll be yesterday, the day Amanda and I are on our Salahudin tour. Hope you enjoyed all that content.
Right. Guys, the day was amazing. No idea.
We saw Naeem and Naila at the winery. Oh my God, how great would that be?
Would it be? We saw. No, I want to see Johari. That's who I want to be.
Yeah, me too.
With.
I want to have a drink with her.
Yeah. So this list is interesting.
Okay, so the list is 10 worst couple is from Collider, and it's the 10 worst couples on 90 Day, the entire franchise.
I'm going to put this at a lower level journalistic source than US Weekly.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
it's right between New York Times and US Weekly. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's well below US Weekly. This is clickbait.
Okay.
So, okay.
Is it above Starcasm? I think it is.
No, I think she does real stuff. Okay. She does real hashtag journalism sometimes.
All right. Okay.
I feel like Collider could very well be done by AI entirely.
I don't think you're wrong there.
I feel like at least Starcasm, somebody's touching a keyboard.
Okay. All right.
So, okay, this list. So I don't disagree with almost everybody on the list. I have some issues with positioning.
So let's run through them as Collider has them written.
Exactly. Number 10, Nickel and Asin. Absolutely on the list.
Absolutely.
I think way higher.
Oh, okay.
In the 10 worst couples?
Yeah, I agree.
God, I love them. Number 9, George and Anfisa.
Oh, I don't think I like them.
I love them. I love Anfisa.
Yeah.
So fucking much.
Yeah.
When she put the jar of spaghetti sauce right on and screamed about her red makeup bag. I'm here for it. 8, Molly and Luis, the Owls. Sure.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Number 7, Mark and Nikki. I think they should be so much higher.
Mark, that fucking creep.
That guy was such a fucking creeper.
He was a creep.
Super. And I love that the image that they use is just her touching the window and looking at him like, what is wrong with you?
Like, help me.
Help me. Colty and Larissa. Okay, 6. That's fine.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Yeah. BGL and Soulja Boy. Not Kimberly and Soulja Boy. They're fine. So it's not Soulja Boy that's the problem.
BGL was a whole vibe.
She's another local yokel. We could have gone and visited her.
Yeah, we could have.
Do you know who is a suggested friend now a lot? Melanie of Melanie and Devar.
Oh, wow. That's an old one. Yeah.
She was in, so there is a Peloton like Facebook, like reality TV Facebook group. She was in it.
Okay.
And occasionally people will be like, can we ask you questions? She's like, I'll answer a couple. Like, I don't, basically, it seemed real clear. She's like, I don't want this to be my whole personality.
Do you think, just a quick aside about Peloton, I have no feelings about Peloton. I really don't. But do you think 10 years from now, there will be a documentary on how it almost became a cult?
100%. I don't even think we'll wait 10 years because it is culty. There's absolutely culty elements to it.
I agree.
For sure.
Because people who love it are like in it.
And I was in it for a while. I said before, I was an administrator for the Peloton singles group. We had like 6,000 people. Like when the pandemic started, there was like less than 2,000 and it exploded during the pandemic. Yeah. And a lot of Peloton exploded during the pandemic for obvious reasons. And a lot of people in the singles group, I mean, people were bitching about dating, but it was a lifeline for so many of us who were single.
Yeah, I bet.
Sitting by ourselves at home, needing a community. It was an important part of my pandemic journey. And then I met
Tiger King was an important part of mine.
Yeah, Tiger King was also an important part of mine.
And reality gays were an important part of mine.
Reality, I'd already known about cray craze prior to the pandemic. Reality gaze and Pink Shade became my lifelines.
Yeah, listening to Mary Payne and Aaron in those early days. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And their bonus Coronas every day.
Yep. I agree.
It was absolutely a lifeline. Okay. Number 4 on this list, Jasmine and Gino. No. Like, I'm tired of them, but I'm tired of them because it's the same shtick over and over and over again. But they're fine. I just don't think they should be number 4 on the list.
I think they should be like number 9.
Yes. And let's
10.
move. Yeah. And let's get Nicole and Asin up.
I agree.
Mark and Nikki up over this two. Number 3, Michael and Angela. Sure.
Oh, they move.
Number 2, Danielle and Muhammad.
That was that was the heyday.
Yeah, and this is this.
We can never go back to that.
The screen cap of this is their wedding when he couldn't kiss her because during this time. And number 1 is Paul and Karini, which where the fuck is Ed on this list?
No, see, I don't think Paul and Karini are a bad couple. I think they are both problematic people.
They are incredibly problematic people.
But like they were fine on the show. Like I would put them at maybe 4.
Yeah, I mean, he was just a weirdo. That was the biggest issue on the show.
Yeah.
He was just a weirdo.
By the way, on HEA last Sunday, whatever.
Yeah.
My man John and Patrick is reenacting May I Marry You with the P and the V. And my man Sparkles gets a drink thrown in his face.
It's a good time. Honestly, the only thing, there's very little that's making HEA good this season.
John is
carrying this season.
He's carrying the whole show. He's a superstar.
Sparkles.
Yes,
I want to know what's happening with Megan and Riva.
I know. We need all of it.
I know.
Guys, I'm going to be going to Hey Bunky this Friday, and I'm going to be eventually talking about HEA. So I'm excited because I haven't really watched this season. I've been hearing, in and out. So I'm catching up and loving my man Sparkles. And I get to break out the accent again.
Yeah. And we've got hot Jad.
Whoa.
That guy is so hot. He is so hot.
And problematic.
It's a little problematic. I just like the fact that he is reading Patrick's father for filth.
Yeah, me too.
I'm enjoying that.
Yep.
And we've talked a bit about Patrick and his family, and that is a tough family.
It's a tough upbringing. Yeah.
But you could just tell the way that John greeted Patrick's father. It told me everything I needed to know about him.
And now John and Thais are like teaming up.
Right.
I'm here for all this.
If ever you it would take Patrick's terrible father to bring John and Thais together, but here we are.
Here we are.
But yeah, just the way that like I could see little boy John walking into that room.
Yeah.
And seeing that man and being like, I don't trust you at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're not a good dude.
I have said this many times. John is a good dude. Yes, he's a partier and, you know, he might be a little bit of a bro, but I have a really good feeling about him. I think that he is a good dude at his core who loves the people that love him hard. And I don't know. I just feel like he's a good dude. And Patrick too. I feel the same way about Patrick.
Yeah. Both of those guys, particularly for each other, would stand in front of a freight train. Yes. And wouldn't think twice about it.
Yes.
Like they're good people. And those two are very dedicated to each other.
Yeah. And I think some of the tension around Thais is made up.
I think so too. They're fine.
But
they're fine.
Yeah. And anyway, this is not a 90-day show.
It's not a 90-day show. But this whole having to get her father's blessing. There's a child here and we've been married for 2 years. Let it go.
I know.
Let it fucking go.
I have some breaking news. And I would like to thank my good friend Mary Payne for getting this breaking news.
Oh, okay.
Mary Payne is friends with Lynette from MILF Manor now.
I was going to ask you about that yesterday, and then I got distracted.
And apparently she got scooped from Lynette that Zelda is a real bitch.
Zelda sucks. As all the ways we thought Zelda might suck,
yes.
She sucks.
Yes. So apparently Zelda's not good.
No. And Lynette spilled the fucking tea. Like
Lynette said she's a narcissist, which I don't like throwing that term around, especially now. No. No. So we don't know if that's true. But apparently Zelda does her real dirty.
Yeah.
So I'm here for Oh, another thing, guys. MILF Manor, 14 episodes.
I told you we were not going to 10. There was too much in the coming ahead.
How did we go from 8 to 14?
I think they just keep having men crying, so they have to keep going. I never thought that MILF Manor would have very special moments, and it does. Like every day.
Some of the backdoor friends are like, this format is great because it's allowing men and boys to be vulnerable with one another. I'm like, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. MILF Manor is healing the world.
I forget who the backdoor friend is that brought this up, but I don't necessarily think it's wrong. Is that it seems like Stacy's lost all interest in MILF Manor since Miles is gone.
Oh yeah,
like that really seemed to be the thing that like engaged him, and now that he's gone, he's like meh.
I wonder if this.
I also still don't think he's into Crystal.
I don't either. I wonder if this has been the plan all along because, you know, traditionally men and boys have a harder time going to therapy. Like they're more resistant to it, but they'll go to MILF Manor.
It's true.
And then they're getting therapy there.
Therapy. I mean, we have
no mommy therapy. I was cutting the grass yesterday, 3 hours, by the way. And because Timmy's down and out, he can't help me. So I have to cut the whole thing.
Sure.
So I was cutting grass yesterday and I was listening to Ace and Caitlin wax poetic about how there only has to be one episode left of this, right?
Oh, that's what the post that you
I'm like, hey guys, I'm here with bad news. 14 episodes, my friends. And you know what? Everybody else could be disappointed. Here at Little Miss Recap, we are thrilled.
We are thrilled with this. You don't have to have the panic of what's going to replace it for another 7 weeks. So that's good.
Correct. This is going to coast us right through summer.
Exactly. I have not listened to their coverage yet because I don't like to listen to people's coverage of a show until we do it. Things.
Yeah.
So I try to be good about that. But yeah, I saw that post and I wondered what inspired it. And now I know. I know. Yeah. I feel like there might MILF Manor actually really would benefit from a therapist on staff.
How great would that be? How great
That's why we need Matt to be the host.
I agree 100%. Matt Marr needs to host this show. We've said it. We've shouted it from the rooftops.
He's got a master's in therapy.
It needs to happen. But if we can't get Matt Marr, if Matt Marr's busy, okay?
I'm available.
Can we get Orna in there?
Jess has proposed that perhaps Orna and Jess and I have a throuple, and I support this.
Are you guys going from couple to throuple with Orna?
I think Jess and I are going to go from couple to throuple with Orna.
Okay, is it going to be a little bit like this? So tell me how you're feeling about that, Amanda. What are you hearing when Jess is talking? Jess, what are you hearing when Amanda says she likes the way you ride that horse? What are you feeling? What's going through? Where are you right now?
Jess, I apologize for this.
Amanda, where are you right now?
In my guest room, thank God.
Orna does that a lot. Where are you right now?
Exactly.
Yeah. Sorry, Jess.
Jess is on their horse.
I think Jess has been assaulted by me somehow.
Yes, yeah. At least she didn't pull out the dubstep sex music.
Oh, here it is.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah. Let's get Orna. How are you feeling right now? Where are you right now? Let's talk about your feelings. All right, we're 15 minutes in. Can we start the show? All right, let's go.
It's as if we will not be spending the whole day together still talking.
I know.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead.
All right. Barbie and Lynette are talking, and Lynette is... Oh, I should introduce the show. We're talking MILF Manor Season 2, Episode 8, MILFless, which I'm thinking is Clueless.
Clueless, yeah.
Okay. Barbie and Lynette are talking about what's going on here, and Lynette's very upset. Mm-hmm. Barbie says, look, a man with a penis will do what a man with a penis is going to do. A penis is going to look for the next open hole. I don't know what she's talking about.
I felt like that was very reductive.
It really was. This is the way that
men.
This is the way that women talk about men who are 14.
Yeah.
Like when I was 14, I talked about men this way.
Yes, not as an adult. Barbie is very immature.
Don't get me wrong. Drunkle's never met a hole he didn't
appreciate.
But he's a menace. So we're talking about actual...
we'll get to it. I was going to say, once again, our menace, Crutches, couldn't participate in a challenge.
So, okay. Now, I don't know if you picked up on this, but you probably did. So Barbie's talking and she goes, we are only reacting naturally to what we've experienced. That's therapy talk.
That is.
Woo. I spot it.
Therapy. Barbie has entered a therapist office. I don't know how much time she has spent there, but she has visited.
Yes. And I'm guessing it was under the precipice of... Is precipice the right word?
No. Precipice is the edge of something. Under the guise?
Under the guise of, or on the precipice of.
A divorce?
Yes. Like in terms of, it was around... it was adjacent to around. I overreact. She is reacting and she's telling herself it's not an overreaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like she probably flipped out like she did in the bar with Crystal. Threw a drink on her divorcing husband.
Right.
And,
or the woman he was banging.
Yes. And had to go to a therapist who had to tell her, like, you're just reacting to stimuli.
Right.
Yes.
Barbie has
spoken like somebody who's been there myself.
Barbie goes from 0 to 100.
Yeah, she does.
There's no middle for Barbie.
Mm-hmm. So the foursome head out on their date. It's Polly Walnuts, it's Joey, it's Rebecca and Shauna.
Mm-hmm. Don't like either of them.
I don't like Rebecca at all.
Shauna, I'm meh on.
Shauna, I don't know yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they head out on their date.
She's not revealed herself to me yet, so I don't know who she truly is.
It's going to be a little bit.
It is.
Yeah. So they're doing a body art lesson, and Rebecca dresses like a Bratz doll, is what I've written. She is a come to life Bratz doll.
Yeah,
if Kelly is a Barbie doll,
yes,
Rebecca is a Bratz doll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. And not the good kind of brats that we talked about with Brat Pack.
No. Mm-mm. So Joey has PTSD from the tantric yoga. And in a confessional, he's like, I can't do this again. And Polly's like, yeah, Joe, I hear you. I'm sorry about this.
Sorry, man.
Bro, Connor, takes Kelly down to the fire pit to build some s'mores. And she tells the camera, I'm moving on. Fuck you, Joey. Disco Mommy is moving on.
Lucky Joey.
They talk about MILF Manor 1.
Yeah.
And somewhere production yelling, you're not supposed to talk about it.
You're breaking the fourth wall. Stop.
So she says, my connection didn't last and I've been single and I'm ready to have a partner. And I'm attracted to young men because I have a young spirit.
Fuck off.
No, you don't. Fuck off.
No, you don't. You look like a lizard.
No, she
looks like a lizard person like Matt said, birthing herself out of the cave.
Yes.
It's bad.
I don't feel
like
bad coming for her because I feel like she's a mean girl and she comes for all these other girls.
She's a terrible mean
person.
girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So, all right. So Bro tells the camera, like, I want to find love, and Kelly is good energy, and I'm a believer in energies.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
He tells Kelly that he's a dreamer, and I want to help the world become a better place on the health side as a personal trainer. And all I'm seeing is I want people to be skinnier.
Right. I don't want fat bitches in my life.
Yep. He would not want me.
No.
Nope.
We are not his ideal client.
No, he would see this meatball and be like, how can I transform you into something else?
No, he'd be like, you're unfixable.
Yeah, probably. So meanwhile, Barbie and Chris just doing body shots on the kitchen counter like you do.
As you do. Have you ever done a body shot?
Amanda, come on. That involves a belly button I haven't seen in 20 years.
I've never done one either.
No, nobody wants
somebody or
nobody wants that.
Been done. No.
I'm clumsy. I'm roly-poly. The body shot is going to go all over the place. Where am I going to put it on here where it will stay put?
Basically, what you're going to do is pour liquor into my belly button, and only what can be encased in there is going to be held. Everything else is spilling out.
And if you can find my belly button, you're welcome to suck it out. All right. So back at the date, the couples are all painted up, and Polly Walnuts is putting the paint on his lips. And I'm like, is that non-toxic?
I was a little worried about how close this was getting to their faces. Is this finger paint? Is this Crayola?
He's kissing her in various places, and Joey tells the camera, I've never done this before, and I'd rather not have done it with my dad there. Cut over to Polly Walnuts practically humping Rebecca on the ground, like humping her into submission.
He's lying on top of her, rolling back and forth.
It's bad. Joey's like, or Polly Walnuts goes, you're going to have to get some therapy about this one, Joe. And Joey goes, I already made the appointment. Like, I'm there.
I love the two of them.
I do too.
So much.
They're very funny.
They're very funny. Mm-hmm. They have very good energy together.
I agree.
You can tell they're very comfortable. They're good buddies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, Polly Walnuts is a menace to women. I think he's a good dad. It appears he's a good dad.
He's probably one of those dads that's friends with this kid, though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, the kid seems old enough now. I just hope he wasn't acting that way at 16.
I hope he wasn't acting that way at 8.
Right. Exactly. So Shauna says her dad was an artist and he passed away, and she was 7 years old when he passed away, and she started doing art and she really loves it. It means a lot to her. And she says she is digging Joey. Amanda.
Amy.
This is not art. This is not art.
No.
My dad is also an artist. My sister's an artist. This is not art.
I've used pastels before. This is not art.
No. So they're trying to keep it respectable, and Polly Walnuts and Rebecca are just practically fucking. They're just like over there, whatever. He's got some blue. She's got some yellow. They're making green. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay.
This is like those videos that I was really into that I told the backdoor friends about, the color mixing.
Yes.
Where it's like,
yes. Where they do the
get a new color
palette.
Yes.
Palette knife.
Right. It's so satisfying. The whole thing.
Zelda, meanwhile.
Fuck her.
Is torn between Drunkle and Sam.
Torn between two lovers. Like
Amanda, Drunkle, on one hand, is an adult, as my dad would say.
An adult, yes.
Who has a successful career.
Seems so, yes.
Okay. And Sam is a kid. So I could see the torn. I could see that.
Drunkle is an adult who works in the oil and gas industry in Houston. So I'm going to guess he's doing relatively well for himself. Sam took a semester off of college for MILF Manor.
Yeah, that's a hard choice. Hard choice.
This is his way of thinking. Also, crutches let him do that.
Yes,
let's right. That.
You get with Sam, you gotta deal with crutches.
This is actually really good for these women because they have a really good in on who their father-in-law will be. And I don't know if I want it to be crutches. Or their stepson. I don't know if I want him to be Crutches. I don't know if I want him to be my father-in-law.
I don't want Crutches to be within 10 feet of me.
He's a little scary.
Crutches, off camera, Crutches acts like Steve McBee.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Venn
he would run on
somewhere of those two.
He would run onto a building roof in his underwear screaming at people. If he could get there, but he can't right now because he has crutches.
Yes, exactly. So this is going to take 10 years to get through his recap. Okay. So now the foursome come home. And, oh, wait, I'm sorry. Crystal weighs in on Zelda's Sophie's choice here between these two men. Yes. And she's like, this is not a fucking question. Are you an idiot? Drunkle is the winner here. What are you doing?
Right. Barbie, Crystal's like, you know what you want. She's like, no, I don't.
So now the foursome come home in their pink clothes, which is weird. I have many questions. Why did you not put clothes on after you left the place? We saw you walk into town, into the place. Clothes. So, now, like, did they just put you in an Uber all painted up and bring you back to the mansion?
And how much paint did you leave in this Uber? Because I don't think you were dry when you left.
No. And where are the clothes?
The clothes?
This is real weird. Real weird.
All of this is uncomfortable. And Lynette?
Unless we're being fucked with the edit. Like, we saw them walking downtown, but the painting actually happened, like, in a room at MILF Manor. I don't know.
In MILF Manor's barn.
They're going to go to the hot tub, and Lynette is seething with rage.
Lynette looks like me after someone's broken my heart.
Yeah, she's feeling it. She's got
stringy hair. She's got puffy eyes. It's not good.
So Paulie Walnut's now asked to talk with Lynette. He's like, I need to smooth this over. So he tells the camera, the minute I walked in, I could see she was unhappy. Mm-hmm. So he says to her, do you trust me? And she says, until you give me a reason not to. And he says, we're here to meet people. And she's like, I only want you. And he says, I want to figure this out. I have feelings for you, but, the Italian in me feels guilty. Amanda, what did you text me about this?
What did I text you? Oh, like your Graham said, these men are good.
My grandma said, oh, this man is good.
Good. This man is good. He's got game. He absolutely knows what to say to all of these women.
Graham would usually follow it up with, it's a man's world, which was based on the fact that they would take the soap operas off the air for March Madness.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. There are a few things that enrage my mother more than when there is some interruption to her stories.
Yeah. When they would take CBS soaps off for 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And put on March Madness. Yeah.
Oh, I remember. My mom gets real pissed when there's like political stuff. And she's like, I don't want to see this.
Yep.
I need Guiding Light back. Or whatever the hell she watches.
So he says, the Italian in me feels guilty. And Lynette says, well, we can hang out. But if you make that bitch a pizza, we're going to have a problem.
Right. Do not cook for her.
She tells the camera.
I'm cooking for her.
No. She tells the camera, I'm vulnerable here.
Yeah, I know. She's sweet.
Kelly Mack has a romantic night planned for Crutches.
I wish we had video of Crutches getting into that tub.
Amanda, have there been any like movie scenes where people have taken a bath together?
Sure.
I'm trying to think of like a famous scene.
Oh, I'm trying to think too. I don't know. But we've seen this plenty of times.
I remember in Big Fish, which just came up recently when I was talking about.
I love that movie
so much. Brian Cox used to take a bath all the time. He was all into the water.
I saw that with my friends Tom and Camilla. Camilla and Tom are married. Camilla sat between us. Tom and I are sobbing the whole time. And she's like, perhaps I shouldn't have sat between the two people with daddy issues for this movie.
Yeah.
Because both of us were like,
yeah, it's a phenomenal movie.
It's such a beautiful movie.
Literally the only part of Ashley Madison, the Christian blogger dude. That's the only thing I agreed with him on.
Yeah, agreed.
Big Fish is a good movie. I can meet you there, dude.
Yeah.
He was such a douchebag.
Anyway, garbage person.
Okay. So Kelly Mack is, like I said, having this bath, and she comes in a silky gown, and he's like, I don't even need my crutches right now. I have a third leg. And Sam is like, no,
Dad, no, stop.
No. He's like, he tells the camera, this is gross. I would never talk about my boner in front of you, Mom. And they get in the tub, and she's like, I just trust you. And, I just wanted an intimate evening, so let's take a bath with real bright lighting and a camera crew here.
In our bathing suits.
I mean, was this as romantic as the Scott and Lizzie bath when she was plugged in and halfway in the tub?
That was a good one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was that Lizzie? Was that her name? No, what's her name? Scott, help me. What is her name?
Lindsay.
Remember when she had to be plugged in, but also try and take a bath?
Yes, with her leg dangling out the thing. Yeah. Also, they fucked against the wall.
They did have sex with her plugged in as well. But he tried to do it in the tub with her.
He did. Mm-hmm. He was so gross.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm into you, crutches. And he starts to cry. And he says, I've built walls and I've been closed off, but I'm falling for you, baby. You're the first thing on my mind in the morning. And they make out. Blah. Okay. So Joey and Polly Walnuts are in the hot tub with Rebecca and Shauna and Joey.
I hope they showered before. Yeah. I hope they showered before they got in that hot tub. Otherwise, that hot tub now looks like soup.
Yeah.
All that paint.
You couldn't pay me enough money to go in that hot tub.
I would go in that hot tub because I'm not that discerning. But
if I had a couple drinks in me, maybe
I could talk you into it.
But if I had watched this season of MILF Manor and then I had to go in,
no.
Mm-mm. So Joey tells the camera, I like Lynette for my dad. Mm-hmm. And Rebecca feels like she's stuck in her 20s because she's a Bratz doll.
Right. Is Joey turning out to be the wisest one at MILF Manor? Oh, God. Is the child the wisest one?
I know. He says, I know my dad's having fun, but you don't keep two girls going on the hook at the same time. These girls are not okay with this.
Joey... Remember, though, poor kid hasn't been able to drink legally for 365 days, but he is the sage of MILF Manor.
He really is.
The oracle of MILF Manor.
So now we have the challenge. And the men have to wear underwear. And I wrote, oh my God, there's a glory hole. Oh my God.
I really thought dicks were coming out. I really did.
Barbie hopes they're going to measure everyone's dick. And I don't hope for that. No,
I don't. First of all, I would like us as a people to get over the idea that dick size is indicative of anything.
I agree.
Other than the size of your penis.
I agree. I also feel like fast forward to MILF Manor season 11. This is what we'll have.
Oh,
yes.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yeah. We're going to run out of things. Time. We're going to run out of things soon. And we're going to have to do shit like that.
Season 9 is going to be make out with your son.
Gross.
So they put their butts through the hole and the women have to identify the butts and write their name. It's dumb. I just wrote it's dumb. Zelda's biting butts. This is stupid.
Here's the thing though. So many men have really flat asses.
That's true. Timmy's got nothing.
If I had to do this challenge, it would just kind of be flat. Like
Timmy just has like 2 hip bones that stick out there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I've got... this house definitely has 2 asses worth of ass. Unfortunately, they both live on my ass.
See, mine, my butt is little. It's everything above the butt. I'm a meatball.
Right.
Everything in the middle here is the problem.
I'm just proportionally big, up and down. It's fine.
I would not want to participate in this butt challenge.
No. Also, Chris is wearing a banana hammock.
Yeah.
And so we get his hairy ass sticking out.
Barbie wins the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Polly Walnuts is going to cook dinner for Lynette.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
In a confessional, he says, I'm a gentleman and I want to do the right thing. Okay. So he's making it for her. It's like hot sauce with chicken. I don't know
It looked good.
It looked good.
Yeah. I think his food is good. We have to go to his restaurant.
Like I said from his Instagram, he seems to be a good cook.
Yeah.
So he makes her, now all of a sudden, Rebecca wanders over. Bratz doll comes over.
Go away.
And
you don't go
he's
here.
like, do you want some? And then he tells like Stacy to move and he like sets a plate out for Rebecca on the other side of him. And he's going to like try to have dinner with 2 women at once. But guess what? She doesn't care because she is off to the sauna with Drunkle and Bro.
This is like a sitcom trope, I feel like from the 70s where someone's having 2 dates at one time and they're running
Jack
between
Tripper
restaurants.
would do this.
Jack Tripper
would 100%
do this.
Yes.
And between dates, like he'd have to throw on a tie because it's at a nicer restaurant. And then in the alley, he would change all his clothes and run back in and back and forth.
Yes.
And then he comes in the wrong outfit.
Yes. This is either a Jack Tripper or what was John Larroquette's character in Night Court?
Oh, yeah. I forget his name, but yeah, totally.
He would do it too.
He was a dog too.
Yes,
yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, no, Polly's just doing it right in front of them.
Polly doesn't give a shit.
Give a fuck because she is off to the steam room with Drunkle and Bro. And let me tell you something. She is cool girl in her way through this. Like, oh, what do I have to wear to go into the steam room? Oh my God.
I mean, the fact that we're both in our pajamas is why I'm glad we're not on video, but I just wish people could have just seen you flip your hair like that.
I did flip my hair like
She's also, why didn't we know there was a steam room in this place until now?
Oh, I know, right? How is that steam room not seeing more action?
Right. I want to go to this house. This house looks amazing.
It needs to be disinfected first.
I understand. We'll sandblast it like the house at Couple to Thruple. It will be fine, but this house looks amazing.
So they go into the steam room, and I don't know if you caught this, but Drunkle goes, all right, all right, all right. Oh, he loves Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, of course he does.
He's read Green Lights or whatever that book is. He's read that 10 times.
He watches those Lincoln commercials and is like, oh, yeah.
And he like jerks off to it. Like he thinks he is Matthew McConaughey. 100%.
Both Texas. It makes sense.
Yep. And I think Matthew McConaughey might even be from Houston. I'm not sure.
I don't
know. He loves that Matthew McConaughey wants to get into politics and isn't picking a side, but we all secretly know what side he's on. And he's digging Matthew McConaughey. He
was born in Uvalde, Texas.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I remember that
the shooting happened.
Yeah.
He made a whole thing. Yeah. Matthew McConaughey is gorgeous.
Can
we just talk about this?
He is he's one of those men because I'm looking at a bunch of his faces right now.
Do not say it. Do not say it. He is hot all the time.
He has many different faces. That's all I'll say.
And they're all hot.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
It's fine. He's 54, by the way.
So they go in the steam room. He's putting on his McConaughey. Kelly now says Rebecca is, as we say in California, thirsty. And I'm not okay with that. They don't just say that everywhere. In California.
We say that everywhere.
Kelly, you're thirsty. And I'm in Scranton, Pennsylvania saying it.
Right. Even in Pennsylvania, we know thirsty.
We know thirsty.
Yeah.
Next time on, Amanda. Barbie and Chris make fine, fine wine. Crystal fights with Stacy. Polly Walnuts and Rebecca flirt in the Rilfie room, and Lynette does oh, hell no.
Oh, yeah. Lynette is not going to put up with this shit.
No. Connor and Rebecca go to the hot tub. They're making out. Blah, 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 blah. And Kelly creates a scene.
I'm shocked.
Because Kelly and the, I don't know, boob brigade are going down there to break it up.
Whose breasts look more painful?
Jasmine's. Larissa's.
I haven't given you
the
competition yet. Don't be jumping in with your own nominees. This is my contest.
All right, go ahead.
Whose boobs look more painful? Kelly Mack or Kelly with an E?
Ooh.
They both look so painful. Kelly Mack
is just a smaller frame.
Yeah, she's so tiny. And those boobs are so huge for her body. They just look, again, do what you want to your body. I don't give a shit. It just looks like it hurts.
It looks like it hurts.
Yeah.
And I just feel like,
I'm thinking the recovery from that was brutal.
I'm hoping that we're moving to a place where that's falling out of favor is the huge, tight plastic, painful looking boobs, but maybe not. I don't know.
Would you ever get a boob job?
Amanda. First of all, I don't need a boob job. My boobs are huge. I would need a reduction.
A boob job can encompass all surgical boob things.
You know what? I flirted with this over the years because I used to have like some back issues.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like that's gone away and I'm fine now. So I don't know.
I would do a reduction, but more than that, what I want to do is I want someone to like take the skin and just pull us up. Somehow figure out a way to undo gravity and
you have
lift this situation up.
To get your cans of fruit and just do this exercise.
Right, all day long.
Yes. I don't know. I'm so weird about and this is, I try not to judge this. Part of the reason I have not had any plastic surgery done or whatever is because I'm not a fan of optional surgery. I'm just not. Yeah. I'm a scaredy cat, and that's a me problem. Mm-hmm. And it's not an everybody else problem. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'm envious that people can get stuff done and be normal and fine. And
right.
I'm over here like, me.
Yeah. So. I'm no fan
elective
of surgery. Sure.
Elective surgery.
Elective surgery, yeah. I mean, if I could just get a lift up, that would be great.
Yeah. Yeah. Just hire someone to walk around behind you and hold them up.
When my first husband and I were early on dating, we took a shower together, as you think that's a sexy thing to do. And then you realize like, no, someone's always cold and it's just not that much fun at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's not.
It seems like a better idea than it's like food and sex. They both seem like better ideas than they actually wind up being.
Yeah.
It's just not great. Anyway, we're showering together and he takes and like holds my boobs and he's like, Jesus, these things are heavy. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. He's like, the only thing that dangles off my body is not that heavy. I'm like, no, it's not. No. And for that, you're grateful too.
Yes. You then that would walk around the 10-pound weight between your legs.
What John Hughes movie had about elephantitis and the nuts?
Oh God.
I think it was Breakfast Club. I think it was Breakfast Club. I think it was a John Bender thing.
Guys, you'll be hearing our coverage of Bratz tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Shubnam and I we sat down yesterday and recorded Tell Them You Love Me.
Oh, how did that go?
We both fell on the same side of things. We were enraged.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it from, I don't care if he's a Mensa member.
Right.
She was in a position of authority over him. She was a teacher, a mentor, a guide, whatever.
Yeah. You can look at it. I mean, you've been a professor.
No. I talk a lot about that. Like, one of my lenses I see the world through is as teacher. Even though I'm not teaching right now, I always consider myself a teacher because I feel like it was my calling for a very long time. And I did it for 15 years. Mm-hmm. And I could never cross that ethical line. Never.
Oh, it's gross.
And the fact that she did tells me everything I need to know about her. She's a piece of trash.
And that she did it with somebody so vulnerable.
Yes. And I loved his brother.
I loved his brother too.
And
I loved his mom.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yep. His mother was great. And they had his best interests at heart. And
they did.
Shubnam and I, we had a long talk about it. So that will be out next Friday.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. We haven't finished it yet, but I'm just the guilt that his brother, I know, shoulders knowing that he introduced this woman because he thought this woman would help his brother.
I know.
It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking.
And she's a wackadoo.
Wackadoo. All right. Speaking of wackadoo, we got to get moving on to, we got to record Sister Wives.
So we got to record Sister Wives.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening, for staying with us for our MILF Manor coverage. I don't think I have any other announcements, so we'll just close it out.
We'll just close it out there.
Leave us a review, share the show, join our Backdoor Friends Facebook group. We have a lot of fun in there. And follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to build that Instagram following.
Okay.
I'm at 1,600.
Ooh, I love your Instagram.
Thank you.
I love the little reels that you do. They're very cute.
We try. You're usually in most of them.
Oh, there's that. That's not why I love them, but
I know.
It doesn't hurt.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Take care, everyone.